It's Monday, August 4th, 6 p.m. We are starting our historical committee. We have Richard, Mark, Aaron, and our new member. Welcome, Mr. Fox, to the committee, and myself, Kirk Sanders. One thing that Aaron was looking, how did that print up? You did the 33 pages?
No, this I've had from there and it's
Okay.
outdated information.
Okay,
So I was using,
point to Russ what it's all about.
so the master plan tasked us with a bunch of different things.
We're not doing all of it.
No. And one of them that I see would be one of
Right.
our priorities is to get an inventory of all homes in town that are 1939 and older. So they had it on the,
Assessors.
Yeah, it's gotta be the assessors.
well, the assessors, it should be easy enough to have that, and I believe that is part of what Diane sent to us. So that we can update things like this, I found in the file cabinet. It still had like the Gillette Cigar Factory at 215 College Highway, which has been CVS for how long? So I would like to see what is in the system updated.
I would think if you go to the assessor's office and is Sue still there, Russ?
I'd probably have to talk to somebody else.
Who's the other lady? And have her go,
Sid is there, you
okay,
know,
and ask them to see if they can run it from that dates that you're giving.
Okay,
With the computer, I would think I could kick it up, Russ.
they might be able to find a way of doing it.
Yeah,
well, that's what it sounded like Diane did, but when I clicked the link,
It's-
I couldn't bring it up.
oh, I brought it up,
Yeah,
but it's 33 pages and
Yeah.
there's nothing on it. It just shows a street address and everything,
okay,
no dates, no nothing, no statistics at all.
okay,
So it was worthless. I just
Okay.
checked it again tonight.
Well,
okay.
you could, if they could pull up the number of houses
Mhm.
Mm,
and then be a process to go through and pull each card,
Mhm.
you know, a lengthy process, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
would
wonder-
think it would be in, so like Access GIS, which is the tax. Like you can see the parcels.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and most everything has a picture now with it.
Yeah.
And identifies sales, all that stuff.
Right, which I would think they would be able to. Even if they allowed me to have sign-in information, I saw that you can sign in.
Yeah.
That there could be a way to order it just in a list.
Yeah, I think we talked to Sid, or if Sue's there, Sue, you know,
Okay. If not, so what I found in the files was this was started. Completed entering historic property street addresses from our very productive meeting held on June 24th, 2003.
Oh, that's
So
PR for us, Mark.
it would be, but this information would not be outdated because we don't need anything that's past 1940.
Right,
So it should all be in here. So what I've been doing is
Okay.
slowly plugging away, looking at what I have access to publicly for the Access GIS system, and just going down and noting what the dates are, because the dates are not on here. So I've been going in and looking at the tax information and
Okay.
on the app that I have. I'm halfway through College Highway.
yeah, that should be still good. because,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So everything should be on here. I've actually added a few that were not in here that, were not noted. So, yeah. I mean, that's the hard way, but it's not hard. It's just time consuming.
it is time consuming.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Historical Society has already,
Well,
Done
I
this.
think this was, who was this? Christopher Skelly, Director of Local
Oh, I don't
Government
know.
Programs.
no, he's not
Isn't
one of ours.
No.
State,
I wonder
Barbara
I wonder if
McEwen.
Lee ordered
Barbara
that.
McEwen is ours.
This was who it was
Yeah.
addressed to,
Yeah,
so.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep plugging away on
I'll
it?
plug away until we hear differently if we have access to something, through the tax assessors that they can,
Well, at least we can tell master plan people that we are working on it.
yes, yeah.
Okay. The other thing that we need to deal with is, I know you changed jobs, so you really can't do the CPC thing, correct? Cause we have to vote for a member, and I know Russ would like to do it, but I don't wanna step on your toes if you still want.
No, he can do it. If he wants to do it, he can do it.
I'm semi-retired.
This is
Semi?
well.
No,
Well.
You retired semi trucks?
Yeah, I was semi-retired until last week.
Oh, no, you got roped back in?
Brother broke his wrist
Oh,
and being
my.
a tough New England farmer, said, I'm not gonna do what the doctor said. Needless, he went for surgery Friday.
Oh, no.
Now he's in a full cast,
Oh, my.
in a sling for 12 weeks.
Did he take over the flower business? Is that?
He wanted to keep going with the flower business. I
But now
wanted
you-
to retire. Needless to say, I was there all day today, you know. I was already taking care of the books and the accounting and all that stuff anyways, and, but
That's just.
Yeah.
just got sucked back
But
in.
no, go further. One girl is done last week,
Right, retired last
and
week,
the other designer is gonna be gone the 20th
15, she got a new job.
Oh, no.
at the schools.
Mm.
Well, Russ, you know how to do design?
It's like when we first started out as a side business when we were
I
farming
know.
in 81. And we thought it was a good idea at the time.
Oh.
So we have to take a vote here.
Do we need a motion or not?
We probably should do a motion.
I'll make a motion that we appoint or elect or
It'd be a point,
You're so far away.
Russ Fox as our CPC representative.
right? Any discussion for the discussion? Okay,
Remind me again, what does the CPC do again?
what's that?
What does the CPC do again?
That deals with money that they'll deal with different projects in town. You don't own a house yet, do you?
No, I'm still living with my family, and that's probably.
That's right.
That's
Their
probably gonna be the-
taxes, part of their taxes, what is it, 3%, Russ?
3% after, on a residential after 100,000. Community
Okay.
preservation was started many years ago.
Yeah.
We've been in it for 22 years, you know. And we voted for a 3%. And a lot of cities are 1% or 1.5%, 2%, but you can go all the way up to 3%. And business are taxed from the first dollar. Not, they don't get that 100,000 exemption, but they have pools of money. Part of the money has to be spent on historical, part of it has to be spent on housing, part of it has to be spent on recreation.
Mhm.
But then you can take, like a lump sum, like 10% has to be spent on those individuals. But you can spend more if you want, if the money is there. But it's just really a recommending board, because anything that action they take has to go to a town meeting, has to be approved at a town meeting vote.
And,
So, and there are rules and regulations on what you can do.
and on our part with it, and I think you took part in some of our votes. I know Aaron's fairly new, but Mark and I have been involved where they look for our information from the historical committee, whether we recommend doing it or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh.
those two gentlemen came by like a month or two ago, and they
For the
give us that.
property at the historical.
Yeah.
That stack of, well, not a stack, but like two pamphlets of paper with. Most. Favor and least favor thing, remember?
Yeah,
No, that was for the
master
the
plan.
master plan.
That's fine,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
similar.
but this is where, a good example, it never went through, but looking at the Congregational Church, they were looking for $10,000. And there was an issue with that because whether church and state could do it. And evidently you can because it was done in the state before, but the church backed out because they had two donors, Russ, two $10,000 donors or something.
No, they had a private donor that.
Right, private donors, so we didn't really get involved in it.
But when the brass rail
what was it, what?
Yeah, we had an issue like with the brass rail, they wanted this handicap ramp done in the back of it. And, I had issue with it, they wanted a letter out of us recommending it, and I had an issue, with it. I wasn't, we still had Lee on board, right?
I don't remember now.
Well, whatever, my issue was, number one,
Business.
it's a business, number two, she didn't own the building.
Oh, yeah.
It was owned by two other people, and, I wasn't really in favor of that. And I knew it wasn't gonna fly at town hall if it was gonna ever get that far, but it didn't. She was
But
told it wasn't.
They come here first.
What's that?
Usually like that, they come here first because I think that Lee always said, we just decided, is that addition or whatever they're doing going to keep the, keep the historical nature of the building?
Mhm.
And then but from us, I forget who the next step is, but they have to, we're like the first step, so.
Okay.
But
As far
what
as
they
that-
have set up now is they go to each board, well, if we have a representative like we're gonna have now.
Mhm.
They go to each committee and see what they recommend too, so everybody recommends. Whether they're for it or not.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer that it should be more transparent.
Oh, yeah, I agree,
And,
I agree.
that, there's a lot of things that have happened in the past that I don't think were really appropriate,
Like the town hall here.
Well, when I did my research, I found out that, you're absolutely right, like the church, okay, whether you were in favor or against it. Other communities have done it, so it has been approved by the state.
Yeah.
Okay, and town council makes the legal determination whether or not it's appropriate project, not the community preservation committee. Okay, so, but at the same token, citizens can file if they don't think it is an appropriate thing with the Commonwealth. So it, going on there as a member, I would just say, before you vote, I'm just looking for more transparency.
Yeah.
I think that, we shouldn't be going to town meeting with people getting blindsided, I think, that night.
Yeah.
Right.
Not knowing all the facts,
Absolutely.
especially the cost that'll be incurred by the taxpayers
Mhm.
later on.
Send out a newsletter,
What was that?
send out a newsletter.
Well, no, I just mean that you can use
Maybe it should be
media,
available.
you can use social media to promote it, to make people understand. And yeah, you can have a flyer prior to the town meeting, because finance committee and financial things do pros and cons, so people can look at that. But everything is on recorded and discussed about the town meeting warrant articles ahead of time. It's filmed and it's out there for people to review ahead of town meeting, a week or two before town meeting. So, and this committee could use that same thing, that if we feel strongly in a project and vote to support that project, I think we should be out there telling people we support it and this is the reason why. And if we don't support it, I think,
Get the facts.
hey, this is our opinion, pros and cons.
So by the way, I'm sure you know it, but I don't think you realize that he was a former selectman. For many
Select
years.
board
He knows his
member.
stuff.
Not everything, I don't know everything.
Yeah, well, he knows it in and out. But, let's take a vote, because did we get a second motion on
I made
A
them.
second.
it?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor of this,
Aye.
Russ being the representative?
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain.
I don't think you can vote for yourself.
Okay,
Thank you.
you have a
Thank
speech or
you.
anything?
No,
No, more commemorative.
We don't have really any public comments, I don't have them, still haven't got the key for the mail, I'll have to go to. See them over at the. Town clerk to get the mail until I find out where the key. You don't realize. I know we're on this, but. How this got messed up. And, but you have to go through, and, I finally. Jim got me the access to the mail,
Okay, the
so I
email,
gotta attempt to use it
okay,
to try to get, and he says. not everybody should have access to it.
Mhm.
It should be the chairman.
Yep.
I said, okay, okay. And, there wasn't, when we went on the first time, there was just a bunch of garbage on there. It wasn't really anything.
Mhm.
So that's where we stand there. But I guess when Julie left, she had the password for it.
I
And
didn't
every-
realize she was leaving.
I know, she, not even here. She left the whole. It's too bad because she was a nice lady,
Mhm.
but, she left. So they said they hired someone else. That's what I was thinking, expect. They told me the new person was gonna be here, or it would be Margaret.
Margaret was here.
Well, obviously.
No, she
She
won't.
gave us instructions. Let's not lose the instructions in case we need it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it, don't worry.
We'll leave it in our cabinet, the unlocked one.
But that's what was going on, and it was crazy.
Mhm.
We don't have any minutes because we have,
You mentioned public comment.
what's that?
You mentioned public comment. My si-
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I invited I tried to invite my sister to come to this today, but she said no, but she did make a joking comment about adding a trolley to Southwick.
Having trolley to Southwick.
Yeah, going up either College Highway or somewhere parallel to it. I mean, she said it in jest, but I thought it'd be kind of funny.
Interesting.
Okay, that sounds like the train in California that's never gonna get done. That sounds like-
Although it would be kind of cool for like a trolley to go from like, I don't know, Summer House to like Big Y or something like that, or,
Well, the other thing is, and then we're gonna move it right along,
sorry.
is, no, that's all right, is, other business and Russ and I had the discussion was that we're looking at maybe for the 250th anniversary
250th our country next year.
that we team up with the Historical Society. I think that's the best way of doing it,
I would love to bridge that gap anyways, just.
because they have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of
Lot of-
stuff, and we're all fairly new at this,
Yeah.
so.
Most of the people on there were on this.
Well, that's
commission.
exactly.
Yes, yeah,
You know.
Lee,
I talked to Pat Orion, and I reached out to her and I said, hey, you know, we really should be working together.
Mhm.
yes, I
You know,
agree, and
It's
Aaron and I had talked about it, she
Yeah.
wants to,
too bad because we don't have funding in place. But we could put in for funding for after July 1st next year, and maybe pay for some programs
yeah.
in the fall.
Hmm.
You know.
Well, I think we got enough money for programs in there, because we haven't used this year's budget yet.
Did we, well, speaking of which, did the picture bill get paid, you know?
It must have got.
No, I don't know, I can call him and I haven't talked to him, so I have no idea, but it should have been, because that was the,
Well, I'll try to go, if I think of it tomorrow, I'll stop and see if they'll give me the mail. It should show up there, but we did it before July.
well, it was done, yeah, it was done way before July, but.
I know.
Got a little bit,
It should have came out of,
should have,
Yeah, the-
yeah, I can call him, I just was curious, I hope they did it before.
I'm sure
Well-
they did. Any other business?
Can I make a suggestion that we invite the historical society?
Yeah,
To
toward
the
me.
next meeting?
September, who's got a,
This is September eighth,
what is it?
September eighth,
September 8th.
because September 1st is Labor Day. So 1 and 7 is 8, which would make the following Monday, September 8th.
That way we can get
My
the ball
math is
rolling
right.
with them, huh?
Yeah, I'd open up the discussion
Mhm.
and they might be able to help us out with some of this other stuff. yeah.
Absolutely, cause it looks like they had plans and things started, like file wise. And I would love to pick whoever's brain just to know
'Cause
what direction, so I can just continue
right.
instead of starting over or whatever.
Cause it should be updated on a yearly basis, you know, things like that.
Yeah,
Um,
Are you gonna speak for Pat?
I can talk to Pat,
Okay.
you know, and see if they could send representatives.
Will you have time in your day now that you're a floral designer and a floral operator and
and
a,
a
now
farmer.
you started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now you
Yeah, I
started-
was gonna say, I used to be an assessor too, and I'd help you with that. But I'm
Wait,
saying to
wait.
myself, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Aaron, we didn't go further back, he was a dog officer.
That's when I was in high school.
Oh,
That's when I was in high school.
Dog officer?
Yeah. Well, which would you rather do when you're in high school?
Mhm.
Have a badge and a gun and work with the police, or probably became sailors or weights and
I
measures?
know.
So we flipped the coin. I got the gun and the badge.
that's great.
It was only for like 8 or 9 months until I went to college.
Did you have a canine or?
Back then, unfortunately, Southwick was still the Wild West.
It was,
We
it
had
was.
feral dogs, we
Yeah.
had people would just dump off dogs here, left and right at farms and on the streets.
It's horrible.
And it was not a pretty situation years ago.
No kidding.
They actually.
But it wasn't just Southwick, any small rural community with farms, that's where
Mhm.
people dump their animals.
When I was a kid, up behind my house in the field where Wally owns now, used to be packs of wild dogs.
It's
Really?
horrible.
Yeah. So we had to watch it because we'd go and play in the fields up there and all that and play war games or whatever, and you hear them barking and stuff, we got the heck out of there. It's all
Hmm.
scary.
Kidding.
Well, just like we got feral cats now, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah,
at
we
the
do?
front. Yes.
Here in Southwick?
Right on my
Yeah.
street,
Where?
Oh.
right on my street.
Yeah.
My neighbor,
No, you don't wanna see them because
She feeds them.
chances of rabies.
Oh,
She feeds them.
My grandmother used to have a program. Did you know Ethel Fraser?
Yeah, I knew Ethel Frazier.
That's my grandmother. So she lived behind Prifty's
Right.
other garage in between. And there was always feral cats there, but she used to work with the local vet.
Down on my
get
street
them-
now.
Yeah, well, same strip,
She
yeah.
feeds them.
Yeah.
She
Uh.
leaves her garage door open and they come in and she feeds them.
My grandmother used to pick them up and get them fixed and then.
Yeah, that's what they try to do,
Mhm,
get them fixed and make sure they got a rabies
Yeah.
shot
yeah,
and
Hmm.
but that was many moons ago.
Yeah.
not to go too far astray here, I know this is, but it is historical in nature. When our former animal control officer said, look, you know, we're working with the vets, or no, we wanna call it a no-kill shelter, but we have to do something with the feral
Yeah.
cats. And that was at a selectmen's meeting. That got picked up. They got thousands and thousands of dollars of donations,
Oh, no
not
kidding.
to kill the feral cats.
Really?
I mean, it just went far as away as Texas sending
No
us
kidding.
money to
Wow.
house these animals and everything until they
They
could,
do so much though.
right,
Well, they used to have the cat house down there by the,
right.
yeah, it was a bit little, looked like a doll house, but that's used to be for cats.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways, I didn't mean to go too
That's
far,
okay.
but that is
We
historical.
always end up going astray.
We're educated.
Yeah, you're educating.
He's a newbie to town.
Educating us.
That's good to know.
Oh, I've lived
Ethel
here for
Frazier
20
was your
years.
grandma.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still a newbie. I've been here since
Oh, those
'57.
were the
I,
days.
I know, I'm just saying.
Joy Figurito was my mom, or Joy Fraser, no, Joy Newhouse.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know if you remember her.
I don't,
No.
now, how old would Joy be?
I knew your
Your age,
grandma.
right? Was my mom your age?
What's that?
My mom, was she your age?
She's gotta be close.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gotta be close, yeah.
73,
Oh,
turning
she's a little
70.
older.
Okay, so she, in Bob, my brother Bob's
yeah,
class.
Bob.
Okay, yeah.
So Bob would know,
Yeah.
But
you know,
was it your grandmother that used to work at the community drugstore?
I don't know.
She did, cause she lived behind it.
It
And,
wouldn't surprise me. She
no,
was-
no, what I'm gonna tell you is, to share a little history.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, I used to go up there and go inside, and I would go right where the comics were, not the magazines, the comics, and I would sit there and read comics. And one lady was getting upset about it, and your grandmother said, he's a kid, let him sit there and relax and do what he's gonna do. And what I would do is I always go and buy a matchbox that I wanted,
Yeah.
whatever. And, you know, I just started working tobacco, I was 11 or 12.
Mhm.
And yeah, and she was really nice to me.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was the
Yeah.
cool grandma. We always called her
Yeah,
the cool grandma.
Very nice lady. Do you remember her?
Ethel, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So she did the historical society
Yeah.
and I think she was very involved.
She was very
Yeah.
involved politically too,
Oh, okay.
Was she?
a little bit, little bit. Well, back then, everybody was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
no matter which side you were on, you were involved.
Anything else? Richard, anything?
Why are you asking me specifically?
Well, no, this has been a learning experience for you tonight.
I don't know, can we? I don't know, I just,
You know what would be a good thing? Cause I see him on Facebook all the time. But where's he live, Mr. Hazeltine? Down in Florida.
Ross, he's down in North Carolina.
Carolinas, yeah.
He stops
Somehow,
in every
if
once
we
in a
do
while.
something special up here, maybe invite him up here.
Yeah.
He's got so much stuff regarding the history of Southwick.
Mhm. And he,
just do a long interview.
A
Set up
what?
a long, do like a long interview with him, set up a,
Yeah,
do a
absolutely.
recording from him. And just tell him, what was your childhood like, ask him like a series of questions and just record it and then you
I
can.
don't know where
No,
he gets
he-
this stuff from, Russ.
he just does crazy research.
Research.
Yeah, and he'd be a wealth of information just for the.
I'm good friends with his brother there, Frankie, so,
Can you pass the message along?
what's that?
So can you pass the message along?
Okay,
No,
Um,
him to the gentleman you were just talking about.
Oh, he's easy enough to reach out to.
Oh, okay.
He has Facebook pages.
yes, he does.
I've corresponded with him.
And he comes up with, I came up as when I used to do my Citizen Police Academy. And I looked up some history as much as I could, especially, the one I didn't know too much about, but it was in a magazine. Was the murder at the VFW.
Mhm.
It was a restaurant and a bar. And evidently,
Was that the Italians?
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, that was
the
interesting.
Italian section
Yeah,
of South.
They didn't call it the Italian.
No, I know,
Yeah.
they didn't say that.
with a
Oh.
blur, yes.
Yeah. We also had a French section,
Really?
Italian
Yes.
section.
Just a second.
Benny Nascondale was on the select board with me back in the eighties. And Benny, grew up in town,
Mhm.
my father and Randall Prifty, knew Chu Prifty,
Mhm.
and Benny is the one that took me over to Nora's one night, cause they were related.
Mhm.
And he told me all about Anytown,
Mhm.
and then we started about all the stuff going on during Prohibition.
So
You know.
interesting.
The Yankees, we all had our stills and barns.
Yeah,
And they were making gin in the bathtub.
yeah.
So I always said to the Historical Society, I wish they would do something on Prohibition in
Yeah.
the town.
They're so
Because
good.
when we bought our farm, there were still vats, because we had one of the biggest stills, or
Mhm.
not us, but
Yeah, sure.
But
Previous owners.
the vats where they destroyed them were pushed out into the woods.
No kidding.
In the barn's gone now. They actually had installed pipes to drain off underground into the swamp area,
No
so that
kidding.
nobody could detect it,
Oh,
But when the story I was told, they raided 3 or 4 places one night, but they just went right through the woods and went over to the next place and kept manufacturing.
wow.
So all the farmers were in on it.
Yeah, of
and-
course, yeah.
But all the
Well,
other
you guys
ethnic
have the land.
groups were doing their thing.
So it was a mystery of the
Interesting.
murder. And evidently it was in this magazine that Rich Battistoni, Battistoni had it. The article, cause Roger Arduini got a copy of it. I had a copy, but then I think I lost it in the fire at my house fire, but it's funny because they were trying to say, why did this guy get murdered?
Mhm.
And they talked to the other owner, the partner, and he was in a wheelchair, he couldn't walk. And evidently he was all upset about it and everything, and they said, this is a mystery, how would have done this to the guy, right? In the end, to make a short story, they found out that
It was the guy, right, in the wheelchair?
guy in the wheelchair
Yeah.
because the partner was selling the place off behind his back.
Oh, crazy.
So he got pissed.
Yeah.
Not
So if there's some
just,
maybe.
There's
not
so many
justifiable for murder, but
incredible
regular.
stories.
Well, back then it was, I guess. But
Well, eventually, what I would like to do is even partner with him, because I know he likes he's trying to do it for a profit to at least
Yeah.
cover his research time. but Granville has the Granville history page. And I would love eventually if Southwick could do something like that. And I can send you guys the link to the one that Granville does. The man has put a ton of work into it. But it would be really neat to partner with him, partner with the Historical Society to just have something that's cohesive for the town.
And bring it all together.
Mm-hmm,
And that would be a worthwhile community preservation project.
yeah, especially to have,
To archive it and and be able for people to access it.
right. And to even have like oral histories
Right,
recorded,
right.
like to speak to, Pat Ordeoni and Lee, like. I mean, they're,
I don't think they even gone to back where he's gone back in the 1800s.
absolutely, that's what,
Way
I-
back
that's
in
the information I
1800s,
love.
digging this stuff up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I love to, is
Yeah.
the colonial, pre-colonial stuff.
Yeah, so that's
So you
what
do have
we
the
wanna
Southwick
adopt
story
right down.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Well,
The further back, the
Southwick
better.
stories that Jim Putnam and Joe Didi do, people they interview.
yeah, when they do, that's good that they're recording it, you know, just like the historical site recorded like, Clayton Siegel and, Don
Yeah.
Desmond
Yeah.
and, Mr. Babb,
Yeah,
you know, stuff
They
like that.
did do some oral.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wonderful,
They did.
good,
And-
there's
and-
two
But that, you
versions.
should be doing that every year,
absolutely,
cause
yeah,
oh, right, yeah.
you never know when
everybody, yes,
you're going to that big
that's what I'm,
Southwick.
what I'm getting,
Beaver's pasture.
yes. Yeah,
that's
and
right.
not, all that stuff, I'm just so, I don't want it to get lost, cause half
Right.
the time it's just. Talking like this, and
Right.
like it,
And you gotta start thinking about
not
the
necessarily written
thirties,
down.
forties, the fifties,
Mhm.
World War II,
Yes,
Yeah,
you know?
yes,
And then I hate to say it, sixties and seventies.
yeah.
well, it
Yeah.
is, cause he tells me stuff, cause I was born in 79, so. He tells me just about the town and how it just started to kind of like
Yeah,
bloom
it did.
at around that time.
Well, it's just like I was saying the other night, because Randy Brown left our DPW director. And I was telling Randy, I said, Randy, I remember in the seventies, most of the roads in town were dirt roads.
Mhm.
They were.
And then in 2 years, they used stone, oil and stone
Mm.
and didn't do anything with the base. That's why we have a lot of problems with a lot of
Yeah.
our roads. They never put in the proper base,
Okay.
but that was the big thing.
Mm.
A lot of communities were doing it because it was easier to snowplow,
Yeah,
you know? And, you know, when we grew up, a lot of dirt roads, a lot of dirt
I'm
roads.
sure.
Even when I got on an apartment in 79, we still had dirt roads.
Yeah.
You still all around the lakes.
Well, I remember what you call it, going from the highway up to More Vining was a dirt road, Nicholson Hill. Like a washed out, like a
Yeah.
washed out road.
That's on the
And that
old
was
map
not long
too,
ago, I mean, relatively speaking.
yeah. I
So-
remember the excitement of just getting the McDonald's and the light. Like, when they got the light.
When we went
And the
from one light to two,
Yeah.
part to three. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, you're talking about over,
We used to
Yeah.
just, you know, it was kind of a
there-
joke, just our two lights, you know?
Mhm.
oh, there was only one light over there? For
There
all
wasn't any
four?
light.
There wasn't any
and-
light,
It was done at
Yeah.
Route 57 and 1002. It was just a stop sign.
yep,
And that
There
was
was-
just a stop
Oh,
sign
there
down
was the
by
intersection.
McDonald's. That was just, that's where they had the big fatal accident.
Oh, that must have been for
The Irishman hit this young lady when, at the intersection and, she got up, she almost died, but she made it, but she broke a lot of bones, but she survived.
oh geez.
She had a Subaru and the Subaru at the time had the tire in the front.
Mm,
That tire saved her life.
wow, it took the
And,
impact.
but the four Irishmen got killed.
Mm,
They were living at a house down College Highway South. They were hired help for, I forget what his name is, you remember who it is. He had Irishmen working for him when he had construction. I used to know, I can't remember it,
Why are they
but
going so fast?
I can't remember.
he had the house fire down there.
Yeah.
But,
I'll remember it tonight.
well, you're getting old, you know.
Oh, don't even go there, buddy.
When they start asking for the oral history. That's when you know.
So lean into the microphone.
So. That's the thing, we'll try to get, you're gonna talk to Pat,
I'll talk
and
to
we'll try to
Pat.
get connection there. And, we could reach out to Lee. Did you wanna reach out to Lee? Cause you sound like you,
I'm nervous to take anything else on right now.
no, don't,
But
then-
eventually, I really would love to
it's
be
not
the
Lee,
person
it's,
that
Ross.
almost
Do
like.
you know Ross at all?
When they're here that
CPC,
September seventh.
Yeah. I would like to start going to their meetings.
No, what I'll do is
and
I'll talk to
also-
Frank.
Liaison.
Yeah,
I'll talk to Frankie, the brother, and have him give me info to connect with, Ross down there.
okay,
And I'll see, especially if we get him up here for the 250th. That would be good.
yeah,
And even if he can do displays or whatever, or run programs off a laptop or something like that,
Mhm.
but,
Be sure to record that too.
what's that?
Be sure to
Oh, definitely, I agree.
have someone in the back who just with a camera.
Have you seen it on Facebook with his stuff?
No,
Oh,
Southwick Time Machine,
Topic Time Machine.
yeah. It's great. You
It
get all
is
sorts of
really
stuff.
super good. You didn't realize how much history is with Southwick.
And I like when he even does things that are a little bit newer, even though they might be a little.
Well, what happens when he does some of that,
Mhm.
some of the people are still alive.
I know. Like he
He
did the
not-
accident of my uncle who I had never met, which I loved reading and hearing about it. It's obviously sad, but I'm sure it probably stirred up.
But I know some people did get upset with it.
Yeah,
Who is that? Your uncle?
Yeah.
Robert Frazier,
Oh, was that the
60s, the four kids.
60? Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah.
I'm not sure where.
Mr. Mr. Hammond found them.
It was Hillside.
Hillside, yeah.
Hillside.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was sad.
Horrible.
Yeah,
But it's a huge part of the town's history.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And your
Lucked
grand,
out my brother wasn't in the car that night.
Same thing with Mr. Grimaldi.
Right,
Yeah, he was supposed to go too.
because they're all,
Yeah.
you know, and hey, grace of God.
Yeah. So, but it was interesting. As a family member, I liked seeing the full story, but I could see how it would shake some people up.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we probably should get out of the way of the next meeting that's on
Yeah,
board.
but they don't go on until 7, right? They're,
They gotta set themselves up.
huh?
They gotta set themselves up.
Oh, it takes forever? Nah, not with Miss Cooler.
Training for the secretary.
Oh, you're the new, so you should have been here tonight.
No, but she's not.
Oh, she's just doing your committee?
Conservation and planning.
Well, I was told they hired someone to replace Julie. And it was supposed to be ready by this month.
She's floater, but no one told her about filling in for any other committee.
I don't know whether you wanna do that anyways.
Interesting.
That's what Julie did. She did other committee meetings and all that. And she was very good. I liked her. I guess we should leave the
Well,
instructions.
we should need a motion. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
He's not here. We got the instructions here. You got it all. Okay, we got it. Someone wanna make a motion? to
I just
adjourn?
did, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Okay,